my mistakes, but I just want you to know I hope he buys you flowers. I hope he holds your hand, give you all his hours when he has the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause I remember how much you loved to dance. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Sweet dreams are made of so who am I to disagree? I travel the world, the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Oh, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to decide? Travel the world, seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. Some of them want to get used by, some of them want to abuse you, some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world, never see everybody is looking for some. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world, seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of these. You wanna run away with me? I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop all night. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just for me and I. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. You way, we're really getting there, yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you, moonlight, come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you. Moonlight, on my face, starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. I believe it's for me. I feel it in our energy. I see it's written in the stars. We can go wherever, so let's do it now and never, baby. Nothing's ever too far. Glitter in the sky, glitter in the eyes, shining slowly. I feel like we're forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's go some more. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. Come you way, we're renegades, yeah, yeah. I got you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you. Moonlight, come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. Let's take it about with me tonight. Speak about with me tonight. Feel it all right. About with me tonight. Speak about with me tonight. Feel it all right. Like girl, get what you blast off. But I'm feeling so I left you down to ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My life is like a rocket watching blast off. And I'm feeling so well, it's off my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. Levitating. Fly with me tonight. Speak about with me tonight. Can you let me take you off a ride? Fly with me tonight. Speak about with me tonight. Can you let me take you off a ride? I got you. You're my starlight. I need you. Baby, you. You're my starlight. I need you. All night, all day, I'm levitating. Think about is you. Don't stop, baby. You can go. Oh, baby, think about you. What I'm never gonna do. Think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happy all night. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. And make you happy all night. Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood, laying on the screen. You just need a better life than this. You need something I can never give. Take water out across the road. It's gone now the night is come, but sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happy all night. You can't fight it, you can't breathe. You say something so loving, but now I gotta let you go. You'll be better off in someone new. I don't wanna be alone. You know it hurts me. Ooh, you look so broken when you cry. One more and then I say goodbye. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been freaking me out. Can't make you happy all night. Sometimes I think about it's you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happy all night. I just wanna know what you're dreaming of. When you sleep and smile so comfortable. I just wish that I could give you that bad look that's perfectly unsaid. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the
Howdy. Please clear the aisles. Our processional will begin shortly. Thanks and gig 'em.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been thinking me out. Can't make you happy all night. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happy all night.
Good evening. Good evening. The faculty and staff of International Leadership of Texas, Aggieland High School, congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish to ensure the commencement ceremony will be a fitting event concluding this chapter of your life. The commencement ceremony is, by its very nature, a festive occasion. The festivity manifests itself in many ways, including the dress of the students, the faculty adorned in academic regalia, and the warmth, joy, and satisfaction of accomplishment. The ceremony is also marked by dignity and seriousness, where the actual conferring of diplomas signifies long, hard work on the part of everyone involved: students, faculty, administrators, parents, and families. As a consequence of the dignified nature of the ceremony, students, teachers, staff, family, and guests are expected to maintain a measure of decorum consistent with this occasion. As such, we remind you that the graduation ceremony is a live event intended to provide each family attending in person and online via a live stream and recording an opportunity to hear their student's name called and to see the student walk across the stage. The following are not permitted: signs, fireworks, bottles, beach balls, flowers, cans, drugs, or alcohol of any kind. Noisemakers of any kind, including air horns, drums, and trumpets, are strictly prohibited. Cell phones and electronic devices and watch alarms should be silenced and powered down at this time. Conversations and talking are prohibited during the ceremony. Young children in need of attention or who are disruptive should be escorted out. Disruptive behavior of any kind, including shouting, yelling, or other demonstrations during the ceremony, are also prohibited. Family and guests are expected to remain seated for the entire ceremony and refrain from leaving their seats in order to take pictures. And please do not talk to the graduates or leave prior to the conclusion of tonight's ceremony. In order to maintain the dignity and seriousness of the ceremony, any guests violating the statement of decorum will be asked to leave and will be escorted out by security. The International Leadership of Texas wishes to continue this proud tradition of permitting each graduate to be acknowledged by the superintendent as his or her name is spoken. The last graduate is as important as the first. As a result, applause and other recognition of the conferring of diplomas are expected to be limited to a joint effort at the conclusion of tonight's ceremony. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Welcome to the 2026 graduating ceremony of the International Leadership of Texas, Aggieland High School. I am Isaiah Cornegate, and tonight we celebrate our journey, we celebrate our victories, and we look ahead to the future before us, knowing that we are equipped to make a difference in our world.
Buenas tardes, soy Phineas Whittle. Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de la graduación de la clase de 2026 de Aggieland High School, de International Leadership of Texas. Nuestra graduación es una oportunidad de honrar un grupo de personas que se han convertido en familia a través de una visión compartida de una escuela dedicada a crear líderes globales con fluidez en 3 idiomas, seguros de su carácter y preparados para dejar su huella en el mundo. Hoy celebramos nuestro viaje, celebramos nuestras victorias y miramos hacia el futuro que tenemos ante nosotros, sabiendo que estamos preparados para marcar la diferencia en nuestro mundo.
大家好，我的名字叫 Sanaya Perry。欢迎你们来到德州国际领袖学校开第10公园高中2026届的毕业典礼。我们的毕业典礼是这样一个荣幸的机会，让我们来认可一群致力于培养世界领袖而变成一家人的群体，是些世界领袖。精通3种语言有自信的人格，也预备好了要在这世界上留下他们的印记。今晚，我们一起来庆祝这段旅程，庆祝我们的成功。我们展望未来，我们知道，我们已经准备好了要 改变世界。
There have been many with us on our journey, and tonight we would like to recognize a few.
On the stage this evening are the following: Superintendent and Founder, Mr. Eddie Conger;
Area Superintendent, Dr. Angel McCoy;
Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Laura Carrasco;
Deputy Superintendent of School Leadership, Dr. Thomas Seabury;
Principal, Mrs. Linda Lang;
Assistant Principal, Shayla Smith;
Senior Grade Level Administrator, Mrs. Marcella Chatham;
Senior Counselor, Lisa Capus;
Senior Leadership Instructor, Michaela Donaldson;
and finally, the senior class representatives on stage, Caitlin Reich.
and Isaiah Cornegay. And
We are Phineas Whittle and Sanaya Perry. Bingo.
We would also like to recognize special guests in the audience, members of the ILTexas Cabinet, Extended Cabinet, and Area Office Houston staff. Additionally, we would like to recognize Dean of College Advising, Yesenia Aviles, th grade GLA, Joseph Sanchez, 10th grade GLA, Dina Favors, 9th grade GLA, Cammy Madrano. And finally, we would like to thank our teachers, school staff, family, and friends who have enriched our journey, supported us, and have helped make us the young men and women that we have become. Thank you for sharing this evening with us. Now, please, join me in welcoming Caitlin Reich, who will give our student reflection.
Good evening, everyone, teachers, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class. Tonight, I want to talk about the past, not just the memories we made, but the journey we took together over these last 4 years. When we first came to high school, everything felt completely new. We walked into a building as nervous freshmen, looking at the seniors, who at the time actually looked like seniors, as if they had everything figured out. They looked so grown up, so confident, and honestly, it was weird to imagine that one day we'd be standing in their place. Our high school experience was already different from most schools. For most of our time here, we were in a campus that was an old police building, where the hallways were smaller, the classrooms were crowded, and it definitely wasn't the picture most people imagine when they think of high school. But in a strange way, it brought us closer together. As classmates left and joined the school, our class dynamics continued to shift, and with that, our class grew into the most unique class that has ever been at Aggieland High School. Tonight, this group of seniors is a group that I am most proud to stand in front of talking about, as I can confidently say that each individual has left a mark on this school. Freshman year came with so many new experiences. We traded our middle school clothes for our Monday formals to wear every single day. We walked into classes that we had never heard of before, AV, robotics, and AP classes that for some of us were the first classes that we'd ever attended in high school. And at the time, those things felt very intimidating. But looking back now, they were just the beginning of discovering who we were. Over the years, we found passions and places that we had never expected. Some of us discovered confidence through something called Model UN. Others found creativity in photography, leadership through student council, and friendship through D&G club. But I think one of the biggest changes was us. Somewhere between freshman year and now, our grade became a lot closer. We started talking to people that we would have never imagined talking to in middle school. Friend groups changed, new friendships formed, and soon enough, people who were once strangers became classmates that we could not imagine graduating without. And I think that that's what makes tonight so emotional, is knowing that this is the last time that all of us will truly be together in one place. Soon we'll all be off in different directions. Some of us will be staying close to home, while others will be moving across the country to colleges in completely different states. We'll meet new people, start new chapters, and build new lives. However, I think that there is beauty in that, because wherever you look in this new chapter in your life, I can promise you that there will never be another William Liu or Willie McAtack or Olivia Eichels. And I think that that is the most important thing about tonight, reflecting on these fellow peers and all of the memories that we hold with them. We'll always remember what we started with and the people we grew with and how far we've become. Congratulations, class of 2026. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Eddie Conger, our founder and superintendent.
Howdy. Class of 26, it is great to be with you here tonight. I love being back at Aggieland for many different reasons. Personally, here in Rudder Auditorium brings back to me 1977 when I set out there as a freshman in the Corps of Cadets, and they instructed us to look to the left, look to the right, that only one of us were going to graduate. But also here at Rudder, up on the 5th floor of Rudder Tower, there used to be a cafeteria. In 1979, I was on a date with the most beautiful girl, and now 45 years later, we're still married. So lots of personal memories here. But what's important here at Rudder Complex is the name Rudder. Servant leadership, others before self, changing the world. Lieutenant Colonel Rudder was the battalion commander of a Ranger battalion that was responsible for scaling the cliffs to take out the guns that overlooked the beaches of Normandy in June of 1944. Servant leadership, others before self, changing the world. I'm also reminded of a fella named Paul who wrote a letter to some of his friends about 2,000 years ago. His friends called themselves Philippians. Paul's letter states, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others." Students, you know someone who lived a life like that. And I want to thank you for sharing how Olivia lived. Last Friday, it was an honor for me to sit in the back of the chapel and to hear you talk about the impact of Olivia's life. I learned that she had many best friends. But that's because she poured everything into everyone that she met. But it wasn't just your words. When the owners of the Country Burger got up and talked about how much of a light she was and that what she brought to that small country burger place out in Caldwell shows that it was a real impact. So much so that they closed the place for an entire week. And that was an impact of only 10 months. She almost changed me. I almost bought a pink shirt, but I didn't. But what a wonderful challenge for all of us to live each day by her example. But guess what? We're not going to get it right every day. We're going to mess it up. And I promise you, we'll mess it up more than once, especially in this day of social media, where we post every thought that races through our head, or we repost something, no matter how insensitive it is on the internet. But what separates us is that when we mess up, we don't make excuses. We recognize our mistakes, we own it, we apologize, and we do better in the next minute, in the next hour, the next day. This is how we change the world. Class of 26, you know the challenges and disappointments that life will throw our way. The challenges of our own mistakes, but also the challenges when life kicks us in the teeth and flatly knocks us down. And I have some news for all of us. It's not a question of if, it's simply a matter when will it happen. But when it does, don't stay there. Get up, stand up, breathe, breathe again, then take a step, take another step, and put a smile on your face and treat every human being that crosses our path with love, with respect, and with how we would want to be treated. Servant leadership, others before self, change the world. All of us are called to live like that. But some of us are called to do more and to be ready to give more. On a memorial at the entrance of the quad, which is the area where the Corps cadets live, there is a statement there about love. It says, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." Folks, we live in the greatest country on earth. We live under the shade of a tree that others have protected. We live free, but freedom is not free. At times, it takes a terrible sacrifice, and it takes men and women who are willing to serve and to protect us and to protect our freedom. Last Friday, I also had the honor in Rudder Theater to watch a class of ILTexas, a class of 22. The young gentleman was commissioned a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps, Jack Kistert. And tonight, we are honored that someone in your class is willing to stand up to serve and to protect us and our freedom. Mr. Whittle, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Whittle is joining Texas A&M Corps Cadets. He's earned a full scholarship by the United States Air Force, and in 4 years, in 2030, we will be back here to see him commissioned second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank him. Class of 26, I am very proud of you, and I know that you will continue every day to serve others, to put others above yourselves, and I know that you will change the world. Sheshe, muchas gracias. Thank you.
And with some words of wisdom for the class of 2026, here is your amazing principal of Aggieland High School, Mrs. Linda Lang.
Good evening, parents, guardians, family, and friends of the class of 2026. I know that each of you are incredibly proud and excited to celebrate with the graduates, but before that, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you. Thank you for the late nights at the kitchen table arguing about how the new math is completely different than the way you learned it. Thank you for all of the extra trips to campus you made to drop off forgotten IDs, Chromebooks, and projects. Thank you for all the miles put in driving to games, events, and competitions. And most of all, thank you for choosing ILTexas and allowing me and the Aggieland High School staff to be a part of your graduate's journey. Graduates, please join me in giving your family and friends a round of applause. All right, graduates, it has been an honor serving as your principal these last 4 years. You have each grown so much from that first day of freshman year, and you are now being released into the world. Although you will still have the support of all the people in this room, decisions or choices that were once made for you will now be your own to make. I want to leave you with a few pieces of advice that I believe will help you on your journey. First, be brave. One of my favorite quotes is, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear." Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We have already seen this in action. Choosing ILTexas takes courage and commitment. Coming to a brand new school, being housed in a temporary building until now, having a longer school day, learning English, Spanish, and Mandarin, and starting programs from the ground up. The list goes on and on. But because of this bravery and your hard work at ILTexas, you have also received opportunities that you would not have if you or your parents would not have enrolled. Time after time, you will have decisions to make about what your next steps will be. And my hope for each of you is that you decide to let courage win over fear. Nobody has all the answers, and sometimes you may end up changing your mind, but never let your fear be your decision maker. Second, have integrity. Over your time at ILTexas, you have learned and applied the leadership traits. To me, integrity is the most important trait to maintain. There will be times that come up in your life where it might be easier to find a loophole or someone might ask you to look the other way. Do not fall into those traps. Be strong enough to do the right thing, even though sometimes it may be harder and others might not like your decision. Do the right thing, even if it requires you to have a tough conversation or for you to take accountability for a mistake. Always maintain your integrity. Finally, be genuine and be kind. It takes courage to be yourself in a world that rewards imitation and sometimes mistakes kindness for weakness. But remember, being brave was my first piece of advice. If you are brave enough to be yourself and allow others to see that, you will not feel like you are competing with them or that you have to prove yourself to them. Instead, you can use that strength to build others up and help them to be seen and valued. People will not always remember what titles or awards you have earned, but they will remember how you made them feel. Wherever this life may take you, let people meet the real you and let the real you be kind. So class of 2026, you made it through high school. When things get hard, and trust me, they will get hard, or when you feel like you are alone and want to give up, please remember, you are loved, so very, very loved. You matter. Yes, you matter to me and everyone in this room. And it is now your time to go out and change the world. Congratulations. It is my honor to now introduce to you the class of 2026 salutatorian, Julia Gonzalez.
大家好, hola a todos. Hello everyone, and welcome again to the graduation of Aggieland High School's class of 2026. By now, I'm sure that some of you are tired of listening to speeches, so I'll try and keep it under 30 minutes for y'all. No, I'm kidding. Anyone who knows me knows that I definitely can't talk for that long. But seriously, we finally made it. It's crazy to think that this is really it. High school's over, just like that. Even though at times it felt like this year was dragging on forever, graduation really did seem to get here so suddenly. But you didn't get here by mistake. No. Everyone who is sitting in this room in a cap and gown is here because you deserve it. You pushed through all the long projects, the late nights doing homework, the final exams and the AP tests, somehow survived senioritis, and you made it. And looking back on it now, despite how stressful it all seemed, I do think we had a great year. And I think that all of us, even if it's some small, silly thing, even if it's just that one teacher or that one friend, will miss something from this school, whether you realize that now or not. And for that, I think we should be grateful. While it might make us sad as we reflect on the memories, it is a good thing that we'll have good memories to look back on and miss. I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of us. I've seen the hard work you've all put in throughout the years, and it's truly paid off. Because we're here, finally. I know it's cheesy to say, but the class of 2026 really is like a family. Many of us have been going to ILTexas since middle school, even all the way back to 5th grade. That's 8 years. And spending that much time together has given us an incredibly strong bond. Even those who joined us during high school quickly found their place in this family. We've had fun times and we've endured hardships, but through everything, we've grown closer together. And my hope is that the friendships we've built won't end once we leave these walls, but will endure through the test of time. And you know, maybe the real high school experience was the friends we made along the way. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a proper graduation speech without giving thanks to those who got us here. To all the teachers and staff at Aggieland High School, on behalf of the class of 2026, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are what made this night possible. Teachers, you worked tirelessly to teach us the things we need for our futures, all while trying to make lessons engaging, challenging us so that we can grow, and building relationships with us. You use your own free time to craft lesson plans and grade endless stacks of papers or Google Classroom assignments, and you do it all for us. There are no words to fully express the gratitude that each one of you deserves for your hard work. So I offer a simple thank you. Gracias. 谢谢. To the To the parents or guardians of the graduates, we thank you as well. This is a celebration of you too, and a celebration of the amazing accomplishment that is raising a kid for 18 years and helping them to succeed. And while some may have pushed us to what seemed beyond our limits, we know that you always do it from a place of love and wanting the best for us. So thank you. Personally, I want to thank my mom and dad for always being my biggest supporters and pushing me to grow. You mean more to me than you'll ever know. I also want to thank all of my friends for always being there for me. And last, but most importantly, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I know for a fact that I would not be where I am today, standing here on the stage, if it weren't for my faith in Him. To wrap up, I want to leave y'all with an attempt at some final words of inspiration. Although these are exciting times, we will still face hardships in the future. But I know, because I've seen it, that every one of you is capable of pushing through these hard times. As our beloved Olivia Eichels used to say, after every storm, there's a rainbow. So don't give up hope. In everything you do, always consider your future self. What I mean by that is, Do things that future you will look back on and thank you for. Remember that the little things you do each day can be one step towards graduating college, getting that dream job, or whatever other goals you may have. I think most of you already know this, but if you work hard towards your goals, you can achieve them. Me standing up here giving a speech is proof of that. And make sure you're in the right crowd. Don't let others around you bring you down or discourage you. Know what you're capable of and stick close to those who believe in you and cheer you on. In summary, never give up, never let yourself down, and never let anyone run around and desert you. I don't want to make you cry, but it is time to finally say goodbye and begin this new chapter of our lives.
It is now my honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Irish Moyer.
Good evening, Eagles and Eagle adjacent. My name is Irish Moyer, and as Ms. Lang said, I am the class of 2026 valedictorian. First off, I would like to thank everyone who helped me get here. The exceptional Aggieland staff, my friends, and most importantly, God and my family. My mom, who always believed in me, my stepdad, David, who gave me constant support, my Mimi, who made me enough chicken salad this year to feed a small army, and my Grampy, who taught me the importance of an effective nap. Today is the end of a 4-year unpredictable road, but the start of a journey we call life. To commemorate the end of this wild ride, I asked graduates to take a second and look at the people around them. This is the last time you will see them as a high school student. After this ceremony, everyone will embark on that journey we call life. We will take on new titles as pilots, engineers, actors, teachers, etc. And that idea is terrifying. But the moment before great things happen usually is. I'm sure many of you feel the same. I know it's definitely something that feels daunting to me. I'm a creature of habit who loves routine. I mean, I eat the same lunch every day, in the same order, at the same seat, at the same table. I like routine and structure, but how our future looks seems unknown. That's an idea that worried me for a while. I mean, who doesn't want a safety net and a schedule to comfort them? But I heard a quote that I feel perfectly acknowledges this worry. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. This reminded me that even if change is uncomfortable, it's necessary. If you don't lead it, it will lead you. I encourage you to think about this when you feel the worry setting in. It's okay to worry, but don't let it trap you. Keep growing, learning, and changing. Try new things, meet new people, make new memories. Let those experiences drive you to success, which I'm confident everyone in this room will achieve. But for those that still don't fully believe me, think about your high school experience. When you started high school, you probably didn't know what would happen either. As I stand before you, I would have never been able to guess just how important you all would have become to me. I mean, just sophomore year, I didn't know what would happen with AP history because Miss Ham left. But then we got Dr. McDonald, who is the only reason I survived AP macroeconomics. I honestly wouldn't have guessed that we would have had a Marine Corps JROTC program, or that I would join it because I thought the slick back bun was going to be a deal breaker, but turned out to love it. Who would have guessed that we would have accumulated over $10 million in scholarships or become a Naval Honor School? I mean, wow, wow, wow. I would have never even guessed that I'd be up here giving this speech. But look where those new opportunities and chances took me. And that's just me. This school has given our whole student body so many different enriching opportunities that we wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. The point is, we made it. If this journey has taught me anything, it's that the journey isn't really unknown. It's unwritten. Let's go forward and write amazing stories. Work hard and occasionally do stuff for the plot. Put yourself out there. If we can do that, then I just know we'll all do great things. I mean, Isaiah, who's just an astonishing person, is going to go off to college in Washington, D.C. at American University and work to create positive change. And I'm sure he'll take risks and use them to grow. William is flying off to New York and is going to study at Cornell to learn innovative ways to leave his mark in the business world. Ronnie is going to Davidson College on a full ride, and she's going to study film in order to become a world-class cinematographer who will probably make movies that define the next generation. And maybe she'll make another Shrek movie, but we'll see. Ella is pursuing psychology, where she'll impact so many lives with her guidance and care. She has a full heart, and I can't wait to see her fill up others. What all these amazing people have in common is that they are taking charge and writing their stories. We are all using the tools Aggieland High School gave us to craft amazing ones. The future isn't something to fear, it's something to create. We don't know exactly where we'll end up years from now. But if these past 4 years proved anything, it's that we are capable of adapting, growing, and surprising ourselves. So class of 2026, take risks, do things for the plot, meet new people, chase opportunities that scare you a little. Our future isn't unknown, it's unwritten. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2026. And I would finally like to dedicate this speech to my father, Linroy the Wonder Boy Moyer. Thank you.
Mr. Conger, I do hereby certify that the candidates gathered here have completed the coursework required by the state of Texas and the International Leadership of Texas schools and have earned the right to graduate.
And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I accept the certification and declare that each of these candidates be presented with their diploma.
Graduates, please stand and prepare to receive your diplomas.
Irish Catherine Moyer. Julia Lynn Gonzalez. Isaiah Alexander Cornegay. Caitlin Nicole Reich. Sanaya Marie Perry. Phineas Allen Wisemandel Whittle. Vanessa Contreras. Oscar Reyes.
Landon to Aria. Rian Mohammed Abedin. Landon Hunter Cole Anderson. Rodrigo Daniel Angeles Olguin. Jesse Aquino Hernandez. Braden Daniel Arianes. Genevieve Lisette Arita. Sydney Margaret Baker. Vanessa Sophia Barraza. Aiden Joseph Bryce Bello. Ella Elizabeth Brule. Ryan Beckett Cherry. Isabel Jane DePaz. Emma Lou Dubasson. Beckett Cole Duty. Andy Pauline Elliott. Annabelle Lee Elliott. Connor Gage Favors. Michael David Gomez. Nadia Elizabeth Hindrawarawan. Jillian Grace Herrera. Sophia Sue Huffman. Elias Jer Castro Javier.
Is he actually going to speak on? Oh, wait. Yes, he is. No, it's not.
Kirsten Bailey Lawson. Armando Malaquias Liberto. Aurora Jane Lillard. Evan Sophia Lowy. Lily Ann Lozano. William Rejong Luo. William Seamus McDonald. Luna Estrella Martinez. Rosember Yandel Martinez. Dylan Michael McCoy. Gavin Elliott Niemeyer. Roger Yadiel Pagon Pinero. Camille Takan Park. Alanis Marie Reyes. Giselle Abigail Rios. Damian Troy Sanchez. Elizabeth Claire Stanton. Nolan Taria. Valeria Torres Irazoki. Alexander Adon Vargas. Elijah Russell Ward. Olivia Marie Eichels.
Losing energy on the platform. I don't think they will. You get to mute.
Graduates, please stand. It is time to move your tassel from right to left.
Fellow graduates, please join us in the trilingual ILTexas pledge. I pledge to be a servant leader and put others before myself. I will serve others, respect others, and encourage others. Cuando me gradué de ILTexas, seré una persona de mente y caracteres saludables, hablando por lo menos 3 idiomas. Voy a bien estudiar.
Please remain standing for our alma mater.
Through the doors of ILTexas, in maroon and white, here await our glorious eagles, ready to take flight. Through our eagle excellence, we will lead the way. Hail to thee, our alma mater, each and every day. Putting others before ourselves leads us to be more. ILTexas, we give thanks for teaching us to soar. Through our eagle excellence, we will lead the way. All to be our alma mater, each and every day.
You may now be seated.
Good evening. Graduates of ILTexas, congratulations. We are so proud of you. My name is Karen Marks, a founding charter member and your alumni advisor. I'm here this evening speaking on behalf of the Alumni Association, welcoming you to ILTexas as an alumni. Our job is to make sure that our graduates are connected and encouraged and supported long after graduation. Tonight, you are joining our Eagles who have gone on to graduate college, working to become doctors, lawyers, counselors, PhD candidates, engineers, IT professionals, nurses, teachers, business owners, and military personnel. You go off into a world where ILTexas graduates are already living in Texas, New York, Montana, Mexico, Portugal, Spain, the Netherlands, England, South Korea, China, Guam, and places non-disclosed because of matters of national security. If I can tell the class of 2026 one thing, it would be this: the possibilities of your life are equal to the sum of your imagination plus your determination multiplied by your network of connections to others. That is what drives the Alumni Association. Through our online channels and in-person meetups, our Eagles will know that no matter how far you soar, no matter where you land, you have an ever-growing network of alumni striving right alongside you as you enter into the exceptional roles in the international community. Keep your horizons broad, keep your network strong, and keep soaring to ever greater heights. Thank you.
This concludes our ceremony. We ask that all guests remain seated and refrain from leaving until all the graduates and faculty have exited the ceremony. Thank you.